Hey G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82. Yes, I am back. This morning I woke up and I did not have a migraine for once. That was day 33. Yesterday I joined HCC 788's live stream as I am out of work right now. My doctor will not release me to go back to work until he could see me. So that really sucks. But it puts a little crimp in our, more than a crimp in our household budget. But anyway, I'm feeling well enough to do a review. Yes, my ears are starting to ring, so that's an indication that a migraine's coming on, so I'm going to make this quick. We are going to be looking at FLINT, the 25th anniversary FLINT, the one I did a quick look on. This FLINT is pretty cool. So let's go ahead. I'm going to keep this short. I don't know how quick this migraine is going to hit me, so we'll forego the history of this and Byron's gripes. I'm sorry, I know you guys really like that part, Byron's gripes, but you know what? You deserve it. I'll do Byron's gripes. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. All right, so here he is, FLINT. I really like the sculpt on him. I'm not so much of a fan of the card art. They were trying to get back into their niche of art, I feel, and they had new artists, I'm sure, on hand, and this just does not feel like G.I. Joe to me. But of course it does have the white border around the edge, which makes it nice. And that was a complaint people had about the retro version. It did not have the white border. So us collectors can be a bit picky, but you know what? I am just happy to have G.I. Joe back. Plain and simple. You know, I don't have room to complain. They gave us what we wanted, and then we complain about it, and that's just not right. So I did have this FLINT. I'm going to go ahead and excise him from his package as I'm talking. I did have this FLINT when he first came out on the market. I was walking through a Walmart, and of course I have to hit the toy section. I mean, that's the first thing I do. If I go to Walmart, it's toys first, and then the grocery second, grocery aisle last. Grocery department, I should say. I always get that last, but of course I don't spend my grocery budget on toys. So I saw him, and I think at the time he was selling for $3.95. I thought, yeah, what the heck, let's go ahead and buy him. So I did, and had him hanging up on my wall, and my daughter came over to visit, and she fell in love with it and asked if she could play with it. I said, sure, let's go ahead and play with it, why not? And it went home with her. So taking a look at the back, let's zoom out a little bit here. Here we go. You can see who was available during that time. Now we had a whole menagerie. I love this Shadow Ninja. That one is really cool. I didn't know he existed. Hey, there you go, troop. Sergeant Airborne. And then they have Specialist Tracker, the Matt Tracker mask crossover, which is nice. The Mercenary Wraith. I was pretty disappointed with this Zartan. I was thinking the Swamp Skier was going to be a little bit bigger, but it was maybe the size of half the size of a pack of gum. That really disappointed me. I really like this Scarlet right here, and I regret not getting her. I have the eel. Let's just zoom in, let you guys see these guys. I have him and this one and this one. Don't have the Croc Master, but just let you guys see the Joes that were available during that time. I'm sure that Shadow Ninja's selling for a very handsome price. Okay, handsome price. It's Vincent Price's grandfather. So let's go ahead and read his file card. He is a warrant officer, was his name, and code name was Flint. I never liked that. Warrant officer, Flint, you know, that I did not like that as a kid, and I still don't like it. But his file name, or his file name is Fairborn DeShiel R. His parents must not have liked him very much. Primary military specialty, infantry. Secondary military specialty, rotary wing aircraft pilot. That is why he is a warrant officer. A lot of warrant officers are aircraft pilots. I went to church with an Apache pilot, and he was a warrant W03, I think, warrant 02. I can't remember. But yeah, he used to fly the Apache helicopters. Birthplace, Wichita, Kansas. Serial number 30762 FD87, grade W02. I have another friend that I did attend church with. He's serving in Fort Bragg right now as a physician's assistant. So he's an 01 right now. I don't know if he's made 02 yet or not. Okay, so it says Flint was a Rhode Island scholar and earned his degree in English literature. Bored by the groves of academy. How could you be bored with academics? Man, I just eat up books. I love to read anything, man. I read, even though I'm dyslexic, I still love to read it. He enlisted in the Army and applied the tenacity and the concentration he had used so well scholastically to grind his way through airborne school, Ranger school, Special Forces school, and finally through flight officer school. So he's been through a lot of training. He is a pretty tough guy. I honestly would not want to go up against him, especially because he's gone through Special Forces and Rangers school. Those guys are completely awesome. Any Special Forces, well, any soldier I really admire, but Special Forces, you guys, just you're amazing people. Your mental fortitude is subhuman. Graduating with the top honors, of course, a thorough tactical planner. Flint drafted and personally led a half-dozen rescue missions into hostile territories that, for obvious reasons for security, were never published, let alone admitted to. And it reads down here in the bottom, I needed to get inside a Cobra base, heavily guarded, teamed with troopers. And they spelled teamed wrong. Did they spell teamed wrong? T-E-E? Or should it have been T-E-A? So let me know. My spelling skills aren't that fantastic. I use a dictionary a lot at work. A front assault wouldn't work, so I persuaded a trooper to loan me his uniform, meaning he beat the hell out of him and took his uniform and went right to the front door, and the rest, as we say, is history. And then they did that in the cartoons. They walk up, hey man, how you doing? Whack, knock them out, to take their uniform. And a uniform always seems to fit. If that was me, I would have to find the tallest guard the guy is 6'6", 200 or 300 pounds. Knock him out and take his uniform. So I'd be looking around for a while. So let's go ahead and open these up. These are taped in. This has been on the shelf for a while. So let me peel that tape off. That's pretty old tape. Got to be careful with the stiletto. They rounded the edge, rounded the tip on the stiletto. I'm glad to see that, because that would have definitely been a problem for children. And a lawsuit for Hasbro. Okay, so looking at the boring stuff, this is interesting. They gave Flint a Cobra stand. Isn't that cool? He's dressed like Cobra, so they gave him a Cobra stand, but it reads, oh, there you go, get that focus, reads codename Flint. That is really neat. I think that might be the only one. If somebody knows any different, let me know. He does come with the Cobra machine pistol that was, there we go, that's often seen in the cartoon. Turn the spotlight on to help out. Often seen in the cartoon, has a laser sight on the front. Very nice. I've always liked this gun. Cobra has the coolest weapons. And then he has a stiletto, painted silver with the blade. The tang, or the handguard I should say, is silver as well, and the handle is black. And that fits right down here on his leg. He is wearing Cobra web gear, so he does have the flare gun, or the grenade launcher pistol on his web gear. The web gear does come off. He's starting to yellow a little bit. You could see that right here. So I'm going to put him in a box. He's blue down here and he's darker up here, so he's starting to yellow. Flip him around, you could see that he has gray pouches on his legs, knee pads, wearing boots, combat boots that are bloused. He has that. I love the ankle articulation on these guys. They did a great job with them. The web gear is always fun. And of course we have the arms that rotate and all that good stuff, but I'm not going to go over all of that. I'm so used to doing that with the Mego figures, but yeah, you could really see how he's starting to yellow. So I did him a favor by taking him out of the package. So pop off his head real easy. And it's interesting that, there's a pencil neck right there. That used to be an insult back in the 80s. You guys remember that? Hey, pencil neck. Talking about kids with real skinny necks. I was called a pencil neck because I had a skinny neck. And they got that from Ghostbusters. Snap the head on, and bam, you have two figures in one. You have a Cobra Trooper and you have Flint. And that confused me at first. When I saw that, I was like, why does Flint come with a Cobra head? That's kind of weird. Then I started putting two and two together. Like, oh, it's a disguise. Because I really wasn't up on G.I. Joe, because I still, Star Wars was real hot and heavy still still is. So I was really into Star Wars at this time, but I was still buying G.I. Joe, as I always say. But I wasn't up on the trends. But you can see that the helmet here, it's painted in a flat blue, almost a powder coat paint. They did a very good job on the face. I mean, they even painted the eyeballs on there. How they do that is, so let me get that in focus. I'm sorry. Look, they painted the eyeballs on there. That is some skill, very small brushwork that and the inside of the helmet is blue. But amazing brushwork on that. Congratulations, guys. That is fantastic. Up here, but I just want to show you, I'm getting ready for Halloween. I found this out in my storage shed. This was a gift from a girlfriend years and years ago. Wow, almost 15 years ago. It's a skeleton bottle that you could use as a candle holder. So I found that out there. I was looking for some Scooby-Doos that I have. So didn't find the Scooby, but I found that. So don't have the girlfriend, but I have the the candle holder. It just wasn't meant to be. It was kind of a weird relationship. She had her old boyfriend always hanging around, and I don't want to get into it. And that just a bunch of red flags. Okay, so here we go. Try to type it in here. Yes, I did shave my beard. It was getting bushy. I have to keep it trim. Is when I wear my mask at work, hair sticks out, and hair traps a lot of bacteria, viruses, stuff like that. So when I get home, I have to really shampoo it and clean it up. And so I try to keep it trimmed down and looking nice. I don't want to look like Grizzly Adams as I'm going into a professional setting. Even though there are some guys that look like that. It's acceptable now in healthcare for some reason. All right, so let's type in 25th anniversary, and I don't want the 25th anniversary Charizard. Can you imagine that? Pokemon is 25 years old. G.I. Joe. FLINT. Yeah, man, my migraine's kicking in. It's getting hard for me to type. But that's okay. I'm going to get through this for you guys. Okay, here we go. So, Byron's gripes, to let you guys know, I do this as a means of entertainment, not a way to pick on eBay or the sellers. I do it to give you guys an idea of what prices to look for. And I make fun of some of the prices. Some of these prices get really goofy. I mean, some people think that they're sitting on a mountain of gold. Okay, looks like somebody has a whole bunch of them for sale. Let's click on that one and see. I wish I could be like Rob and pull this up on a computer green screen. See if I could find FLINT in there. See how much he cost. FLINT and Cobra Disguise. There you go. $38.99. Wow. I paid $15 for him 8 or 7 years ago on Amazon. They have the Tiger Force FLINT, which is pretty cool. Wow, he's only $16, complete with the file card. Not bad. Okay, carded, $19.99, deal of the day. For the FLINT we're talking about here, the 25th anniversary. And then they have one that's being sold with General Hoke. Both of them are $60 or better offer. Here's one that is incomplete, bare bones, no accessories at all, $6. Yeah, I would grab them just for for parts. There's another one, $26. No, you and Mr. 38 could discuss lowering your prices. The head is $10.67. A lot of Tiger Force flint. You know how how you guys know. Okay, it's getting bad. I got to rush through here. How I feel about Tiger Force if you've been watching my channel long enough. Here's another one, $35.59 complete. Here's one carded, $29.87. I'll put that with deal of the day because the $35.59 loose. Come on. Here's a Okay, this is autographed by Bill Ratner, by the guy who did the artwork. So the price is going to go up. I'm sorry I laughed about that. I didn't read it enough. $99.99. That is pretty cool. I'm still kicking myself in the butt for a autographed Boba Fett by Jeremy Bullock, who played Boba Fett. Saw that one hanging up in a comic book shop in the early 2000s, but I wasn't sure if the autograph was real. They weren't sure, so I passed it up. So who knows if it was or not. So if it doesn't have an SOA, I don't buy it. Certificate of authentication. Never mind. Here's one, $24.99, deal of the day. $48.99. No, I mean, these guys, you're not sitting on a mountain of gold, people. This is a very, okay, $22, deal of the day. This isn't a rare action figure, okay? It's, yeah, G.I. Joe is popular. I get it. You have to make money. You do. I understand that. I understand that very well, that we have to make money. And people make money off of eBay. But don't gouge us, please. It makes it hard for kids to buy these things. And for your average 9 to 5 knuckle busters who are out there working their figures to the bone and want to start collecting, but they can't because it's too expensive. Here's one, $45 or better offer. I mean, that's what really frustrates me the most, that people, just because it says G.I. Joe, it doesn't mean it's valuable. Here's one, $34.99. Another one, $31.99. My subscriber count always goes down when I do Byron's Gripes too, so I'm glad I did this before the drawing. So hey, you have 7 days left to get back with me on the drawing. Otherwise, I will hold on to that toy and I will put it up for Timmer's Christmas charity drive. 25 bucks, deal of the day. Here's one, $24.95. The card's all bent up. That's fine because I would open it anyway. And a lot of Tiger Force flint. $28.49. Okay, here's one, $25.99. Card with the bubble and figure stand, $19.99. No, nothing. This isn't even, well, yeah, it's vintage now. It's 20 years old. It's an antique. My daughter's 21, so no, it isn't an antique yet because she was 3 or 4. So no, it's not an antique. $28.49 is another one. And congratulations, Emily and Andrew, on your marriage. If you're watching, congratulations. I'm very happy for you guys. Please give me a call. I want to congratulate you in person. Let me know what you guys need. Your mom and I will get together and we'll send you a present. a wedding gift. I'm very excited to finally be a father-in-law and have a son. I have a son now, guys. That's great. Andrew, come on over, man. We got to play with some toys. All right, here's Flint, $25.99. Another Flint, $29.99. $26.72. The card back. Deal of the day. The card back. Get this, $1.25. Yes, somebody that has some sense. Thank you. Here's another one, carded, $49.99. I'm going to stop there because there are several pages of this. So, my memories of this I shared with you. I was walking through Walmart and just saw him in the toy aisle. It was the toy aisle at this particular Walmart that I shopped in. It was on the south side of the store, on the very end by the garden department. And you'd make a right, and it was like 3 aisles up from the lesser expensive toys, the baby toys, I should say. And then they had the whole area of G.I. Joe. And that's where I saw him. I was like, hey, cool, I got to grab him. So I did. So that was my first modern action figure that I bought. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for your support and your well wishes. I am battling this migraine thing. I got tired of going to doctors that were just shrugging, saying, I don't know. Because honestly, we don't know the magic cure for anything, let alone migraines, because they are so complex and they differ from everybody else. There is what they call a migraine cocktail, where they mix Benadryl, Compazine, magnesium, which I already take as a dietary supplement, and I didn't know it was mag sulfate. It's a smooth muscle relaxer, so it'll relax the smooth muscles that surround the arteries and veins. That'll open those up and get blood flow going again and relieve some pressure. It actually works pretty well, but it's temporary. So the other night I was sick, man. I went to Barrows Neurological Institute in Phoenix, the same place my mom went to for her stroke. I just had that feeling, just go to Barrows. They know what to do, and they did. And I will be seeing a neurologist out there who specializes in migraines. So this all started up after my stroke. So anyway, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm talking about G.I. Joe. But I want to thank you guys for your well wishes. That means a lot to me. Shows that you guys are very caring individuals, and that goes along with my "Be kind to everybody" slogan. And I try my best to live up to it. Yes, I do have my days where I'm a little grouchy and not so kind. I'm human. I'm human first. I'm not a tyrant, but yeah, I will snap at people sometimes, but I do come back and apologize to them and say it was not right of me to do that. I am sorry. But yeah, it is very important. It makes your day go by a lot better when you're nice to people. It releases endorphins, the really good endorphins. Makes you feel good when you're nice to other people. And kindness is contagious. So anyway, you guys take care. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. We're getting into the cooler months, but still some states are pretty warm, such as mine. Halloween is coming up. I'm loving it. You know, wearing my Headless Horseman t-shirt. You'll be seeing me wearing a lot of monster t-shirts here in the next 2 months. I have some things. I bought a smoke machine that I'm going to be using with my Friday Night Frights, and my Count Vampire will be using them for his reviews. We'll see how Vampire and I feel about him doing a review this week if we feel well enough. He won't do it if I'm sick. He won't. He doesn't feel that it's right. So I hope that I'm feeling well enough to where Vampire could come out and do one of his reviews. He loves doing them. I love watching them. But anyway, you guys, be kind to everybody, especially be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. So we'll see you next week, hopefully for another G.I. Joe toy review. Thanks again, guys, for your well wishes. Congratulations to our 600 subscriber winner. Remember, hit me up down in the comment section. I'll send you my email. Then you give me your particulars, and I will mail your prize out to you. I have it boxed up, ready to go. So take care, you guys. Seriously, love you. Love you guys. That's God's honest truth. I love you guys. So take care. We'll see you later. Until next week, be good.